Gets me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Jodes, huge announcement yesterday at the Port Adelaide Football Club. There is a coaching succession plan officially in place. And who better to talk about it? He joins us in the room, the Port Adelaide chair.
Please welcome the great David Kochie to the studio.
Kochie.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. With my cologne on.
Yes.
So it's
Right.
good. Only on my face.
Should we,
Only on my face.
Can you put your hand on your heart, Kochie? Because we had a conversation yesterday, and it was revealed
Yes.
that perhaps when you were a younger gentleman and you were trying to really impress when you were single, that cologne would go on the face, maybe a couple of squirts on the crotch, just to make sure you're covering all bases.
Oh, my
You're not in that
goodness.
category?
No.
You're not going to join us on
No.
Jupe Island?
No. Working class Port Adelaide young blokes
No.
never put it down there. But I must say, blokes in the gym after a shower, hair drying, they're near the regions to get dry.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
it.
gosh.
I reckon that's weird.
Well, that's
I'm just saying,
weird.
Get a towel.
Yeah, that is extremely weird. I don't know what's weirder, that itself or you watching it. I don't even...
It's in your face, so to speak, because you're sharing a change room.
Where's this happening, by the way? This is not happening in the Port Adelaide change rooms.
No,
I hope not.
not the Port Adelaide change room. But Jim I go to. All the young blokes are doing that.
Yeah,
And I'm
right.
thinking,
No, that's weird.
Oh, my God.
That's strange. Mate, obviously an historic day yesterday for Port Adelaide. It was such a big moment. I think it was floated by the Advertiser about a week ago. It felt like it was the right time. It's a big move. How's it all unfolded? 24 hours later, how's everyone settled?
It's settled exactly as we thought it would. And over the last year, 18 months, you would have heard Ken and I regularly say Josh Carr has all the attributes to be a senior coach, and we hope he becomes a senior coach at Port Adelaide. So we haven't steered away from it. We're a club that likes to promote within, develop within. Our chief executive, we developed within. Our head of high performance developed internally. We're the only AFL club that has a development coach specifically for coaches to develop all of our coaches. And we know what we're getting. At the profile we wanted was a first-time coach. We didn't want an experienced coach who'd been at another club. AFL history shows that young coaches coming in, taking over, get good success. Mitchell, McRae, all of that. So we looked around, and we know most of the assistant coaches anyhow. We produced a number of them, and Josh is by far the best that we've seen.
No stranger to criticism, Ken Hinckley, unfairly,
No.
a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think so.
Every single time things have gone pear-shaped. Oh, sack Ken, all that sort of crap.
No. But see, my job is to ignore that.
Yes.
My job is to understand there's a lot of emotion in this game, and after Brisbane, you can boo and you sack, and then the week after, 2 weeks after, flog the Swans and end up second.
Yeah.
Like, Ken deserves an enormous amount of respect, and he's been such a trooper for our club and has helped develop Josh along the way quite openly with the gaze or the guise of him becoming a future senior coach.
Well,
He's that sort of bloke.
I'm going to quite unashamedly wipe my hands of this next question because he's your mate, Kane Corns. You worked with him at SEM for many years, so you can bring in this piece of audio from your friend, Kane Corns.
Well, Kochie, I know you're a big fan of Channel 7 News, so you might have watched this last night.
I like Kane a lot. In fact, doing Eddie, his son's podcast.
Oh, I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I really admire Eddie. Young bloke trying to give it a go on a podcast I've been on before, and he sort of rang a few days ago. And
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Thinking it could be an interesting day to talk to him. So stuff you, Kane. I'm going to talk to your son.
Well, Kane did say this.
I do like Kane a lot, and he's quite insightful.
You mightn't after this.
Josh Carr has been announced as Port Adelaide coach for season 2026. What are my thoughts? Well, my thoughts are it automatically rules out Port Adelaide for any shot of the premiership this year. Clearly not changing coach before the start of the season if you think you're going to win the premiership. So don't even consider Port Adelaide fans that they are a chance this year.
What's your thoughts on that?
Put your shirt back on, Kane.
He's looking big though, isn't he?
Well, not not as big as Chad, and I think Chad is his older brother, and I think psychologically there's a bit of damage to Kane then with this comparison with Chad's physique, which he will never get to that. Let me tell you.
Chad's not from this world.
I thought Kane knew Port Adelaide better than that. The least amount of games that Ken has won in a season is 10. The lowest we've ever been is 10. We banned the R word, rebuild. Rebuild is an excuse for failure. That's not changing. Our pass mark has always been to make finals, to give ourselves the best shot for ultimate success. And that's not going to change either. And, a comment like that from Kane sort of shows that he doesn't really know us. It's not the Port Adelaide way to do that. It's not the Ken Hinkley way to do that. And remember, Ken and Josh were working together in exactly the same way last year, and we finished second in the home and away and made a preliminary. So, Kane, have a good look at yourself and put your shirt on.
Okay. So, we just got a text here from Eddie Corns. It says, we still on for this podcast?
Yep, you're right.
Oh, Kochie, it is always entertaining and such a privilege and an honour to have you in the studio.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Please welcome Kane Corns to the studio.
Now, you're a bit of a mess this morning.
No.
It's all happening. What happened last night?
Flack.
I'm just joking.
Flack.
Oh, don't bring me into
This is
this.
where you jump to my defence, please.
Oh, sorry.
Am I a mess this morning?
Can confirm that.
No, you look lovely.
Thank you.
But
That's because I didn't take off my makeup from last night.
Straight through.
That was still. I didn't go straight through.
So you actually did the same makeup from last night?
Correct. No, but that was
Straight
strategic because if you're going to get your makeup done, you may as well make it last 2, maybe 3 days. Am I right, Molly?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Huh?
So I will have you know I did not have one drink last night and I drove to the event. So shut the hell up.
Oh, my very goodness.
what event
Yeah,
that
where-
you
where'd we
love
get
so
to?
much that did you go to?
No, I only went because my husband was super keen. So the Live Golf welcoming party
Oh,
was on last night
okay.
at Sky's.
La-dee-da.
Well, okay, you could have come if you
Oh,
wanted.
fancy pants.
If you wanted to ever leave the house.
They wouldn't let me in with my socks and Crocs.
That's so true.
Fancy, you wear close shoes.
I did have a moment though because they have like this big red carpet when you walk in, and so I saw to my left. You know how on TikTok and on Instagram there's guys that do like all these really funny videos about footy or whatever, and I saw 2 of them and I was like, do you know what? I like it when people say nice things to other people about their work. So when I was like, oh my God, I love you guys. You guys are so good. And anyway, they're like, oh, thank you so much. That's really kind. And then my husband walks over and I was like, babe, but this is Chocs Chat. This is Chocs Chat from the internet. And he goes, nope, it's marmalade, but thank you anyway.
At least. Oh, man.
I know I can say it. It's in 6 o'clock. He was so pissed off. He was like so angry that I got the wrong sort of website.
What? Really?
Yeah, no, he was shitty.
So it's the boys from Marmalade?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't think they'd be shitty. They're very, very laid back
one
blokes.
of them was a bit like, oh, good, thanks. But the other one then turned around and said, is Hazy coming tonight? And I was like, he doesn't come out of the house.
Yeah, there we go.
Embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Oh,
Very
okay.
talented boys too, the Marmalade boys,
Yeah.
Checkers and Trey.
Yeah.
Very, very talented
Oh,
stuff.
they're very
And not sure they're Nova listeners anymore.
Oh, well done, Jody.
Thanks a lot, Jodes. Thanks for representing us out in
Yeah,
public.
well, he certainly didn't return the compliment and say, I love your breakfast radio show, so whatever.
No, do you know what I'd love for him to say? No worries. Have a fantastic day, Beck Morse.
Warning, the following segment is for mature audiences only and may contain adult content, graphic language, and nudity. Not that you'll see it. If easily offended, well, you're about to find out just how easily.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
And I say I love this because, do you know what, Jodes? I like seeing you be yourself.
Thank you.
It's a chance for you to really shine and be yourself in this space.
Is there some suggestion in that statement that you think that I'm dirty?
Bit of a dirty bird. Quite seriously, though, it is a
Coming from
chance
the king
for
of the
us.
dirty birds.
I'm Captain Dirty Bird. Chance for us just to be a little bit risque, a little bit blue before we straighten up after 7 o'clock. Go on for you, Jodes. What about this? A woman over in the UK, this story is resurfacing, has come up with a solution for when she's not in the mood for a bit of in-between the sheets action with her husband.
Oh.
Let me take you through this particular dynamic.
Do tell.
She's
Ask me
23.
for a friend.
She's Why are you writing it down? She's 23, he's 28. They have mismatched sex drives. Well, I'll give you the hot tip. She's 23 and she can't match him, and it's not going to get better.
No.
All right?
Oh, Dale. You wait till the kids come into the picture.
My very goodness.
Man, and then you're working full time, and then no one puts away the dishes, and then your husband's annoying. You will never have sex again.
Kids can be described as sexual handbrakes.
Yes.
Very much. She has introduced a lookalike sex doll into the relationship.
Brilliant.
Well done. There you go. A lookalike sex doll. So let's just say this girl she's blonde with big boobs. So too does the sex doll.
Okay.
It is blonde and has big boobs.
Right.
There's a lot of questions come from this. Can it be like a bit of a jealousy situation? Is it like a form of cheating? She doesn't care because old horny McRabbit over there is just getting it on with the doll instead of her, and she doesn't want to touch him. So does everyone win? Are there losers?
What happens if you walk in on your partner having relations with the sex doll?
How
what
very
happens
awkward.
then?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
And then she's like, hang on, if you're me, you're not doing it right.
Yeah. Spot on. That's not what I do. And he's like, yeah, that's the point. Oh! So what about this? The doll costs about $3,000.
Whoa. Money well spent.
And if you think that's not the kicker, here it is. So this particular couple have left their respective jobs now, and now they make OnlyFans with the doll. So not only was it a solution for his hard libido, she's into it, and now they are professional OnlyFansers.
Wow. That story took a twist.
Didn't it?
Oh, my goodness.
There's always the question, will she be into it? Yes, she's into it. Now it's her career.
Well, if Kara's listening this morning, she knows what she's getting you for your birthday.
Yeah. Have you spoken to Cara? Because I'm not a man who's good at reading things, but if I can tell you one thing, she ain't going for this.
Coming up with Nova 919's Jody and Hazy.
You didn't say anything. Is she going to go for this?
Who's to say? I'm not going to divulge the private conversations that I have with your wife. Certainly not.
Okay, watch this space. I guess I am going to be a little bit surprised on Friday. I doubt it.
It's just another event making Adelaide the best city in the world.
Golf's biggest stage.
Our next guest has been swinging clubs since 13, going on to win 3 PGA events.
Learning all the things that I learned out in this little backyard, trying to use those on the PGA Tour and still doing it the same way. It's pretty cool.
He was also last year's individual Live Golf winner, taking home $4 million.
To win this event is really special, and I can't say enough good things about the fans and the golf course and the whole experience.
Please welcome golf superstar and our city's biggest fan, Brendan Steele.
Good morning, Brendan.
Hi, how's it going?
We're so good. How are you going? Welcome to Australia. Welcome to Live Golf. It's golf, but louder.
I'm doing great. I love being here. I'm so excited.
Mate, you should love this place because we love you and you love the course and you love everything about it because you won it last year. What was that like?
Yeah, it's been very good to me. It was such a fun week. I had so much support from the fans out here. It was really unlike anything that I've ever seen before. And it was really special to me. And then obviously good enough to just pull off victory at the end. So anytime you do that, it's really special.
You won $4 million this year. I want to know, do you blow that all at once or do you whack it in the bank account and save it for a rainy day?
I try to save it as much as I can, and I kind of leave it up to my wife to blow as much as she wants to.
Oh, wow. So you have something in common with our Hazy here because his wife controls his finances as well and he gets an allowance each and every week. Is that how it works in the Steele household as well?
Yeah, I just listen to whatever my wife says.
Yeah. I've got a feeling, Brendan, that your allowance is a bit better than mine. I've just got a feeling. Hey, mate, just a word on Live Golf. Like this thing's crazy. Like, could you imagine when you jumped over that it would get received like this and it would create such a different atmosphere and a different style that so many people would embrace?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is what we hoped for, and it kind of makes sense in Australia, right? Because just love your sport here, and to have the team, to have the Ripper team, and then have all the Australian stars is just massive. So the support that we get from the fans is really unrivaled across the world, and makes it for our marquee event. And we're just so excited for the week to be back here.
A lot of people bring out their families, Brendan, and I know you've got a daughter. We were going to offer her free tickets to the Big Wedgie if she came, which is a big inflatable water park. But you haven't brought her out. How did that go down?
Yeah, she's in school, unfortunately, but we'll definitely take you up on that at some point. I would love to get her back here, and she'll be upset that she doesn't get to go to the water park for sure. That's one of her favorite things to do.
I'm telling you, mate, that's our slogan. The international golfers, they come for live golf, they stay for the big wedgie.
That's it.
We've always said that. Hey, also, behind the scenes, can we talk about you as an actor? What's this? You made your acting debut in 2015?
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't see that one. I did an episode of Bones. They had an episode that was about a miniature golf murder. And the writer of the episode wanted to make it show how serious this miniature golf event was by having pros show up and sign up for the miniature golf tournament.
We've got putt-putt here as well.
Exactly.
Brendan, I want to ask you about the watering hole, and obviously year one of Live Golf, we had an epic hole-in-one. It was people went absolutely cocoa bananas. When you line up for your shot on that hole, I think it's the 7th, is it playing on your mind, or is it just like any other hole?
Yeah, I mean, making a hole-in-one there would be absolutely ridiculous, but just trying to hit a good shot there is tough. You know, it's loud. You want to hit a good shot. You got the adrenaline going. So,
yep.
And you really want to show the fans a good shot. You don't want to be hitting a bad shot and having them be disappointed with you or booing you or anything like that. So you got a little extra pressure there for sure. But anytime you can hit a good one there, it's very rewarding. Probably not.
Speaking of hole-in-ones, which I'd imagine is one of the best feelings you can get in sport, we were on saying it was just a few months after you won Live Golf last year. Did you hit an albatross?
What?
I did, yeah. The first one in Live history at Greenbrier last year.
What's that like?
It was pretty great. I mean, it was 287 yards, and obviously not expecting to make it from there, but hit a really good shot, and then it landed and went kind of right in, and the fans went absolutely crazy. So I knew by the reaction of the crowd that it had gone in, but pretty ridiculous shot.
Brendan, there are people listening in that don't know golf that are thinking you hit a shot and it actually physically hit an albatross that was flying across the course. Brendan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it. I want to ask this question. Sunday night, Fisher, the tournament's over. Who in your team is most likely to cut sick on Sunday night?
Definitely Andy Ogletree. He's the young buck of our team, and he will definitely be there having a good time.
Beautiful. All right. We'll write that name down and we'll keep an eye on him, seeing exactly what he gets up to. Mate, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy Adelaide and hopefully you can go back to back.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good. Live Golf this Friday, Saturday and Sunday at Grange Golf Club. Tickets still available for the weekend at livegolf.com.
Let's get ready to rumble. Round one. Ladies and gentlemen,
Battle of the Bangers.
Yes, Battle of the Bangers, a chance for you to choose the music with a bit of a twist this time round. So what we do is we go to a specific year. There's a year generator, and then we've got 6 songs to choose from blindly.
Yes, so it's almost like The Voice, where we have to hit our button and turn our chair when we hear a song that piques our interest.
I'll be Delta Goodrum. You can be Guy Sebastian in this space.
Okay, Delta.
Very good.
You got a few dance moves as your chair turns.
Peace, son. Very good. All right, so producer Flack is ready to go. Hit this little button for us, Flack. What do we got?
Here we go.
2010.
2010.
Ooh, okay.
2010. I think I was pregnant. Or, mind you, I was pregnant for the better part of a decade.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true. Who knows? Could be pregnant now. You don't know. You don't know.
Oh, I do know.
Yeah.
Definitely not pregnant.
Can I just say, everyone knows the year where they were in their absolute best nick of their life.
Oh, as in physically?
Physically.
Okay.
I think everyone knows. Strongest, like to look at physically in the weights room. For me, it was 2010.
Wow.
I've never been better nick than I was in 2010. I was at my absolute prime.
Okay, well, I'll be the judge of that. Do you have any photos?
Possibly.
Jody,
What?
what, you want to see photos of him with no shirt on?
Mate, if he's gonna talk the talk, he needs to walk the walk. I need to see some photos.
Do I have some photos? Oh my gosh, yes.
You're very confident about 2010, you being the best Nick.
Hey, Flack.
It's been downhill from there, though. That's a problem.
Hey, Flack, what was the best year of your life in terms of being a good Nick?
Still
Mine
coming, baby. Still
is
coming.
probably going to be 2028.
Okay.
Okay.
You got 3 years.
I'm pretty lazy, 29.
Fair enough.
All right.
Here we go. All right. So, should we get stuck into this?
Yes,
First song, remember, you have to choose one, and if you get to the end and you haven't chosen one, you just get the last song.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, should I go? I lost with G6 once, though, and I thought I was going to win. So, no.
No?
Oh, okay.
G6.
Interesting. G6 gets past. All right. Should we go again?
Yep.
Okay, wow,
I just
two
feel
gone.
like I feel like there's more to come. It's 2010. It was a good year.
That's a good song.
Anyone? No.
All right. That is song 3. We're up to song 4.
Barbara Streisand.
You should.
I think you should.
I think you should.
Because we only got 2 songs after this.
All right, Jodie.
Oh, there she goes. Well done.
Jodie chooses Duck Sauce Barbara Streisand as her battle of the banger for this week.
Can I just ask you as well, your top 5 duck sauce songs? All right, so I got 2 songs left.
Yep.
Oh, no, now the pressure's on.
Oh.
Now I know I should have gone duck sauce. All right, next song.
No.
One song. So this is song 6. So I have to go with this.
So that is the rules. Jodie has her song. Whatever this next song is your song
You're
from
an
2010.
idiot.
The temper trap. Yes. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I don't have a choice anyway, so I was always going to celebrate.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm happy with that though. The temper trap.
Vote now on the Jodie and Hazy Instagram, Battle of the Bangers. Jodie, your song?
Barbara Streisand by Peking Duck.
No,
By Duck Sauce.
Okay.
At least this time she's got an excuse not to know the music.
And Hazy, your song?
Sweet Disposition, The Temper Trap.
Oh. What do you want from me is a good song.
You missed it, too late.
I mean, do you know what this competition feels like? When you have an argument with someone and then you walk away and then 2 hours later you go, I should have said this.
I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night at Jodie and Hazy, get voting.
I humiliated myself at the chemist. There you go. There, I said it.
Well, good on you for putting on the chemist. It was just a general statement.
I went into Priceline the other day at the Avenues, as I always do, to get whatever essential needs I might require at the time.
Yeah, you think this is a fluke? No, absolutely not.
So
Bit of maintenance.
went into the chemist and I collected some shingles cream because I've still got
Oh
shingles.
my gosh. Remember when you had shingles?
Remember?
Oh my
remember?
gosh.
Do I remember? I nearly
was
died.
intense.
It was nearly the first fatal case of shingles of all time, and I've still got it. So I still have to get this cream because it still hurts.
It's hard to notice it now. You got to look for it.
Because the cream is working.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been in this predicament before, Andrew Hayes. Anyway, so I was in the chemist and I went to the counter and I paid for my goods. Handed over my hard-earned for my shingles cream. They put it in a packet and that was that. And then I was about to exit the chemist. I walk off and they go, Jodie! And I was like, oh, what have I done? So I come back and she goes, oh, card declined.
Classic.
Because, you know, when you can't afford to pay for shingles cream, it's a cost of living crisis, right? Anyway, so redid that. And in the meantime, another woman came up to the counter and she goes, oh, I know that face. She goes, hello. And I said, hello, how are you? And she goes, oh, I listen to you guys every single morning. I play birthday payday. So we're having a nice old chat. It was really lovely. Anyway, so the conversation wound up and I walked away, picked up my bag and out I went from the chemist. And then I hear it again, Jodie. And I'm like, now what? What have I done now? And so I walk back in, and the Priceline lady very politely goes, "Did you just take that lady's medication?" So, I'd picked up her bag as we were chatting, and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll give it back. But hang on a minute. Maybe we could do a medication swap. What's in yours?" And she goes, "Oh, it's just migraine, like migraine tablets for that." And I'm like, "Okay, I've got shingles cream." And she's like, "No, let's just keep our own."
Yeah, that makes sense. There's an important message in that as well.
What's that?
Kids, aspire to be a radio star. You'll end up with shingles and you'll have absolutely no money and you'll start stealing from chemists. Joe, do you want to talk about Drew Barrymore?
Oh, yes, please. What about this? So she says she can't control how closely she sits beside her talk show guests.
She wants to. I think it was up to Drew. She would climb up all inside them.
Yeah.
Just hang out inside their mouth.
So she's known for leaning in as close as possible while in a conversation. And she's admitted she's tried to stop after getting some really, truly awful feedback. So they do what they call in the industry perceptuals, like, what do you think of Drew? What do you think of her show? And she said it was horrendous. But she said she's been practicing and she's pledged to physical distance herself with her guests in 2025, but she said it's not going well.
Oh, good stuff, Drew.
We got much closer than that at certain points, too.
I bet you did.
Yeah, but she's saying she worries about her breath being fresh when she gets so close to her guests as well. It's a common worry for everyone, I think.
That's a big thing. I'm quite fascinated in this space that it just feels like we completely forgot about COVID, didn't we?
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to be in the same state as another person.
Exactly.
And now Drew is all up in your face, all up in your business, hanging out inside your nostrils. And like, get out of there, Drew.
Do you worry about your breath when, like, I was at a function last night and I was like, you know
Are
what I
you
mean?
kidding me?
Because it's really loud in there.
Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
It's my biggest fear.
Is it?
All I think about, a lot of my thoughts during the day are, do I have good breath or not? Because I brush my tongue aggressively each and every day. My wife's like, no, I think you're doing damage.
Oh.
But my big fear is because when I smell bad breath on someone, it stays with me forever.
Okay.
Even if I've known them forever or it's just a chance meeting, if they've got bad breath, that locks into my brain. Oh, by the way, that person has bad breath, and I don't forget it.
You're looking at me really intently and now I'm worried.
Yeah. Can you cover your mouth when you're I'm just kidding. Do you know what? No, I'll say this, Joe. And this is a danger as well because we see each other at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I've never smelled bad breath on you.
Oh, that's good. That's
So
good.
that's a nice thing.
I'm as paranoid as you are,
Yeah.
right? But I can say to you, you've never had bad breath.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, your pits, however. Oh, my.
Oh, my very goodness. That's fine. I'm comfortable with that just as long as my breath is nice and fresh.
Yeah.